Projection. Oh, projection. Projection. Hello, Permany. Very long time no hear. Damn. Must have been several months at this point. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, man? I remember you were. Oh God, which part of Stalker Gamma was it? You were like. I was still in Cordon. I think it was like part 5 or part 6. Oh, that's been so long ago. Oh, I need to change. Here. How about you? Oh, I'm fine. Bit tired, but yeah, I'm doing a-okay. In case you're wondering where we are now in the Gamma playthrough, because a lot of stuff has happened since I last seen you in chat. We joined duty, and I got a medium suit, and haven't played since then. Not because I don't want to play, but because I wanted to take a break from Gamma. Because I have so many other games that I want to play, and I was thinking, I want to get rid. I want to be done with a few of the major games we're playing. And either this game is gonna end, or some of the other games we have. Like, I don't know, definitely a few games that we're going. Settlers, Ultra Kill, and yeah. And then this game, Rogue Trader. If one of those three is gonna be done, which Settler... I mean, the Settlers might be the earliest to be done, assuming I mean, maybe I'm gonna do all the add-ons for the Settlers as well, meaning it's gonna be quite a while. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a while until we get back to Gamma. Or maybe I'll just play Gamma and just return. Complete an epic novel. Which one? Which one have you completed? Warehouse. Oh yeah, that's where I came from. In the game. Oh. Okay, because you said novel. Oh yeah, and before I Crisis the Third Way. I can't say I've ever heard of that one. No, I can't say I've ever heard of that one. Shadow Quarters. Yeah, I need to go back onto the ship first. Hold on. Crisis the Third Way. Okay, it's a fantastic visual novel set in a world. Oh, I can't look at the game. Crisis the Third Way. Wait. What is this game about? What is this game about? 8 years after World War III. The game is taking place 8 years after amid the ruins of the overduty European and Communist China by for global domination. Okay. Wait. Recommended models. Grok 4.1. ChatGPT. Oh, nay. Oh, maybe it's AI slop. From what I'm hearing, or like from what I've seen, it's AI slop. AI slop is never a good idea. AI slop, bad idea. I mean, if you're having fun with it, alright, but reconsider it's AI slop. But I mean, if at the end of the day you enjoyed it, who am I to judge? Also, how's it going, Ospello? The vessel stands ready. Oh, the AI on this game. Well, if I go here to... I mean, this is Pax Historia. Crisis the Third Way. Wait. What is this that I'm looking at here? It says Pax Historia. What the fuck is Pax Historia? An alternative history sandbox game. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Some nudity and sexual content. Oh, is that why I can't see it in Germany? Yeah, I can't look at it because it has sexual themes in it. Okay, no, never mind. I retract what I said. It was just somebody else made something for Hearts and Iron 4. And that person used AI Schlupp. Atrium. I think the atrium is right away. Yeah, I don't want you to. I can't buy the game. Even if I wanted to, I can't. It's not available in Germany, and we're going to go out of my way to pirate it. Not that I endorse pirating. Wink, wink. Okay, Pujan had his thorough shower. And I'm gonna continue my bear. Oi. Okay. This looks pristine. Puja, why are you like half naked? Oh, there's Vladimir. My patience, you remember the way out. Yes, missed. The tall man in austere grey clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Vladimir. Why does he put such hard words into your mouth? You talk like your imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman who is standing with her back to you lets out an ostentatious sigh, then her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladimir? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your friends these days? So you don't remember. Then to help you remind you. Guards, escort her out. Hey Dory, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at Damascus and thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out the door. You won't get this chance next time. Find this great stranger to adapt as Damascus. First an insult, and now threats. I see courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity in footfall. Oh well, I found myself a better deal. She turns on her heel and heads towards the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. The tall man, who has long since noticed your presence, is studying you intently. Vladimir Tokor at leisure footfall. Let us please proceed to my office. A spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Certainly, let's go. Please follow me. While you are engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Tokara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he is used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. Vladimir straightens in his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lord von Valencius. We mourn Lady Theodorus' loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. I've heard more sincere expressions of grief. Let's stay polite. Thank you, Leash, a terrible loss for all of us. I hope that under your guidance the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I am impressed by your prudence, your decision to have a footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rock trader or your own status. It was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep a secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you're free to reap the benefits of anonymity. I've heard much about your rare acumen, or I should say, about the profoundly impressive results you managed to achieve by using it. I have always had a fondness for individuals who can destroy their enemy or gain a powerful ally with just a few well-phrased sentences or precisely issued orders. They're sending anti-XP. Okay. The corners of Vladim's mouth twitched, bringing his expression dangerously close to a genuine smile. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Was that moment the wardens throughout? Vladimir's expression hardens, and he makes a frustrated gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her J. Haidari, a small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. It's strange. A small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger is that the Liege knows the small fry by name. She is irrelevant. Since I'm the one in control of the situation of Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents. Has Proctor visited you recently by any chance? Shortly before you did, he was interested in certain sensitive information, which I happened to possess, and he also required access to the doc data containing logging and administration data. Naturally, I offered my full cooperation and provided the esteemed arbitrators with a designated area at the docks where they could work away from the bustle and din of the crowd. I assume that is where the Proctor is at the moment. What's the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Kronos Expanse has departed from the sectors as borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with astropaths, that is entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Kronos Expanse, and I wait news of the victories with great anticipation. Wait, I should be giving him a German accent, given what he looks like. Yeah. Have there been any Xenos attacks in Footfall? No, there haven't. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the stations as customs officials. For us here, Xenos are more than a source of income, than a threat, more of a source of income than a threat. Vladimir freezes, gauging your reaction. Are we talking about dealing Xeno artifacts here? You should consider you always more careful. An admission like that sounds dangerously close to heresy. I do not approve of a fear of Xenotech. One must know and understand me. There's no shame in saying one's trophies for profit offended. So, not just speak about it, but this initial is a good listener. I do not approve of your Xenotech. One must know and understand the enemy. I am convinced that your connections with Footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding of Xenos considerably. I see to it that your curiosity is satisfied in every way. I was attacked, right at the docks. An outrageous stunt, a show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict or preempt. They simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gang of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Envers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rebel rouser who calls for people's heads, not the commander. Sooner or later we'll find him and have him strung up. They will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to you losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. I would like to know more about the Anvil's gang. Why haven't they been dealt with yet? He grits his teeth slightly before answering. We've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvils yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When the leader dies, the rest will scatter. An example such, I'm so, I am sorry for the loss of your assistant and negligence with which you do business and sorting for an individual of my stature. I can tell you have been a real pain to you. I bet you'd love to gut those jokers, don't you? Come on, admit it. You would, wouldn't you? A sharp black smile appears on Vladimir's face, bloody and vicious. Back where I grew up, they'd call it throwing someone for a loop. They carve a particular sign on the person's forehead, then load them alive into the slack disposal chute and send them out to the orbit station. Every 30 years, we clean the orbit and count how many thieves bearing which signs have been floating around. You have no idea how much I want to throw those little thugs for a loop like in the good old days. What sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communications with the Galaxy sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the Maw in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the Maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. You have heard of periods of warp instability, including cases where the Maw will become completely inaccessible for navigation for years on end, thus temporarily cutting off the Coronus expanse from the Imperium. Even so, Vladimir's words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has had a profound effect on them all. This brings us to our main issue. Football is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station, naturally, has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Football would be obliged if House of Valencias would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. I can't be the only one we've asked for help. Naturally, I tried contacting other rock traders, but the terms of House Corda would have bled footfall dry. And as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Navieka, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Fauststone. Some extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these war fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale, and I put my faith in you, the third and last of footfall's allies. The food was cut off from all shipments. Local gangs are running wild, and the local hostlers are throwing tantrums in your residence. Are you positive you could control of the station? If you're so fond of my acumen, the Northern Soul were putting on a brave face, and we both know you have how great a need of me that I have of you. So what are the terms of this deal? It's simple. Delivery of food shipments from fertile worlds. Janos, I imagine, are quite familiar with that jewel of the Von Valencia's protectorate, in exchange for fair payment. The payment will be unfair, so I'll be robbing you blind, but you remain in charge. Do we have a deal? Very well. I will help footfall, but not that does I profit. I have no interest in obtaining any favors and kind of becoming a patron, only saving people's lives. Vadim gazes slightly distrustful. Such charity is a rare sight in the Coronus expanse. Even figures as powerful as rock traders do not show it often. Thank you for lordship. What is happening in the Shadow Quarters? Why is there a quarantine? Oh, that. Who knows? It could have been an actual epidemic. Or perhaps the two families that started it all just came down with food poisoning at the same time. We're on a space station. The best solution here is to isolate the area and wait for the problem to resolve itself. I've been told that when the previous liege was faced with a similar situation, he ordered the entire asteroid be detached and dropped into the star. He could have at least supplied the people trapped in the quarantine zone with food and water. I wish to help the people in the quarantine zone. I wish to enter the quarantine zone. You're right, liege disappear. I've been told that when the previous liege was faced with a similar situation. Yeah. Yes, he did, and what a senseless decision it was. There are more reliable ways of disinfecting an area without having to lose a whole asteroid. That maneuver of his destabilized the station's integrity, and the consequences of that were still being felt up until I became liege. When I entered office, I had to negotiate with the tech priests to make necessary repairs, and it cost me a preposterous amount of money and resources. I could have at least supplied them with food and water. I could have, but I'm certainly not going to. I wouldn't even under normal circumstances. And with the threat of famine hanging over the station and our prospects so unclear, well, I wish to help them find a quarantine zone. I can't bar you from doing so, but I can't help note but you're not, but I can't help but note that it's not the wisest course of action. With all due respect, your lordship. There's an establishment far from here that the people of Torture fake Xenos there. I wanted to stop. It will be dealt with. I have no questions about footfall. Rest assured, I will be candid. My lips are bound by the oath of service. What exactly interests you on footfall, this abode of merchants, xenotech traders, and only a few bandits? What oath are you referring to? There is a certain custom on footfall. Any rock trader who arrives at the station and docks is considered to be its absolute ruler, and the liege their loyal servant. That makes me your servant. But Reams's arrogant bearing contradicts his words. However, as long as you remain incognito, it will be difficult for you to use this privilege. Keep this in mind if you wish to communicate with the less knowledgeable inhabitants of the station. For them, you are an ordinary visitor of footfall. And I suppose footfall will have to get used to it and do harsh master. So I can just blow your brains out in it instead. I won't abuse my right. And I, in turn, will remember your gracious attitude. And I'll remember it when the esteemed Caligos Mythoscape returns to discover that footfall is no longer under his patronage. He will be displeased upon finding his demesne encroached upon and will try to take it back. And Caligos Mythoscape's displeasure is a very hazardous phenomenon. A fight between two rogue traders will ensue, and, as ridiculous as it may sound, its outcome will most likely depend on the allegiance of the station's humble liege. Sfeet has me used to be a bit of a bandit yourself. You aren't wrong. My path was long and bloody, but in the end I rose from running a gang that had staked its claim to a treatment filter station to becoming the liege of footfall. Many died to make this possible, and those who survived figured it would be more convenient to put me at the head than continue to the slaughter of the turf war. I can only hope that my elevation and the peace that came with it have done the station good. And what will happen to you if I tell everything I just heard the leaders of the other gangs? There's sound like having the sharpest mind run the station that Miss Stratton would have installed some pitiful clerk instead. So just avoid her the drags. My, how you've risen. Yeah, this one. I appreciate your breadth of thinking. In this day and age, few choose to allow themselves such a thing. Holds the rage of the xenogoods trade. The Kazbeli Commission, a criminal syndicate that has seized control of the entirety of the coal trade in the sector. Xenos creations are in high demand, and so every single colony has a Kaspelican agent or two. Opposing their commercial interests is a lot more dangerous than using their merchandise. A pale ghost of a smile appears on his lips. Still, making friends with this organization is as profitable as it is dangerous to make enemies of them, and it just so happens that I've managed to earn their trust, and on footfall, they conduct their business under my watchful eye. He sends a meaningful look. Where does one go to make a few deals on the station? Here. I am the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, the servant of the ecclesiary, is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octavina at a establishment called Adeptus Amescius. The chemical blaze that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink. It's meant for common footfall rabble, not discerning clientele. Let's get down to business. I'm interested in your wares. I am at your service. You can expect the most generous discounts. Okay, what do you have? Okay, a stub revolver, a few medkits, and even more stuff. What is this? Whenever the wearer hits an opening with the charge slash or dance macabre abilities, they inflict bleeding on the target. Yeah, that would be good on the telepath stuff. Hex rifle. Oh, exotic. Okay. Commissar boots. And when the wearer chooses an ally as the target of the ability, the wearer immediately gains one movement point. The target against. I need those. I need those. Bullet. Even Fartbath. Hello, Fartbath. Precise bolter. Oh, I need that. Torment braces. If the wearer deals damage to an enemy, forcing that enemy to move, this enemy suffers 1 to 3 additional warp damage for each cell they were removed during the turn. Damn. How's your Friday going? It's it's okay. It could probably definitely be better, but yeah. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to what did I just add to cargo? What did I just add to cargo? Which of these did I just add to cargo? There was a thing I added to cargo that I don't think I wanted. Was it the Bloodhound staff? There was something I just added that I don't think I'd want over there. I think it was... Was it this? No. I'll be fine. Probably wasn't that important if I add to cargo, sniper rifle, auto gun, maybe, add to cargo, plasma pistol, chainsaw, add to cargo. Let me do an ascending order. Stub revolver. Life training sword. Yeah, this'll be fine. Oh, I barely get anything for that. I need more profit factor. About 80% of talk spur and agenda AI shit and slip hard through the... Oh, fucking hell, AI. I already hear AI and I'm already like, yeah. Get on to business, I'm interested in your wares. Oh, okay. Let's just back to this talk here, okay. Oh, I fucking hate AI. Fuck AI. AI has done no one any good. Like, no one. Well, it has done some people good, but we don't respect those people. If you can't tell, I can't stand AI. I also didn't have work today because today is a national holiday in Germany. We have Labor Day. Labor Day. Wait, how come this pistol is better? Okay, it has less range and lower fire rate. And I mean this is a bolter. Civitas Pattern Auto Gun. I don't know what any of this means. Yeah, sure, if I ever need him to use his pistol, then I have something. Victory awaits. The thing. Okay, before I read this, the thing with me and these days is, or like today, is we had guests over, but the thing is though they can speak German, but they mostly just speak Romanian, and I'm the only one that doesn't speak Romanian. So I often tend to just like kind of rot away in my room because, well, going downstairs is no use because everybody speaks the language I don't speak. And shit on their plates, fuck guests. I agree, but don't think I want to do that. Oh, let me just continue drinking my beer. Lord Captain, I am pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. The Voyage is ready to depart Footfall. The crew is waiting for your further instructions, and there's also a number of issues that need to be addressed. We've also received word from the Proctor Solomon Unthor, the Arbiter whose squadron retrieved from Rick and Minoris. He has requested an audience with you and said he will be waiting at the Footfall docks. Okay. The thing is, I would love to have guests of my own, but I don't have Well, I suppose I have a guest. Bastian Chorda. A well-groomed young man calls out to you. He's clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy, with a bright tequila embroidered in a prominent spot. Noble sir, a minute of your time, if you please. I am Bastian in Derma Bastar Corda, youngest cousin of House Corda, envoy of Incendia Bastar Corda, rogue trader of the Coroner's Expanse by the grace of the Most Holy Emperor. And you must be an envoy of Theodora von Valancius. I noticed that you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. Corda, They are some of the most influential rogue traders in the Coroner's Expanse, but not on Footfall. The station is under the control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that we are about to hear a most curious offer. Hide the truth. Quite right, I'm Lady Theodora's envoy. Splendid. It's a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flustered in the presence of the powers that be. Bastian smiles meekly. Something tells me he knows. What do you wish to speak with me about? A matter of the utmost delicacy. You see, you've been to the residence of the liege. Vladilim almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Von Valancius Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It would be odd for him not to seize on such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Corda dynasty pursues its own interest on Footfall. We have already announced our terms to the liege, but he is stalling, I imagine, in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Corda dynasty believes that cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Vladimir, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the Corda dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contract, as well as certain other prerequisites. Everybody benefits. The Emperor is his most loyal servant, should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less with diving a profit among themselves. Argenta says disapprovingly, but quietly enough as not to interrupt the negotiations, especially when the well-being of one of the Imperium's world is at stake, even one such as Footfall. Behind your smile, Master Bastian, teal shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house is rash should these negotiations prove fruitless, or the wrath of Houseman Valancius. Would you mind elaborating on the terms of your proposal? Not at all. Would you like to take these negotiations somewhere more suitable so they may go over the details? Bastian smiles and opens his mouth to offer another piece of sugar-coated courtesy, when suddenly... Lumos. 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 Okay, there's a few guys over here. I think Pascal himself can take care of them. Twice dead Lanny. And the thug. Okay, I should probably get Pascal over here then. Actually, I'll put Lysandra here. Argenta here. Gonna need my tank over here. You over here. Pujan. Ooh, you can't get into any cover here, I'm noticing. Let me put Cassia back here. She has a sniper and everything, and she's more supportive anyways. And then there's me. Also, Fort Bath, I don't know if you followed the YouTube channel. I don't know if you do. But I've been having a ton of fun with the thumbnails recently. Have you seen them, perchance? Like, I've really been loving just how goofy they all look. It's been super fun making them. Okay, the front line, I think... Cover efficiency... I mean, the rear is... The rear is back here. We put the back line over here. And the front line... I suppose we'll be here for just a bit. Then go over here, study... Okay, we can't study Lenkilary from here. Okay, we can't study Lenkilary in general. Okay. Then move over... Wait, if I cancel the movement, can I study on Lenkilary?
My competences are not that universal. The scriptural prognosis is of significant value.
Okay, that's that guy done. Oh, can't move. Okay. Here we go. Oh, oh, you're just killing the guard. Okay.
My ears are ringing.
Time to slaughter someone.
Bonk.
I'm afraid not.
Move Cassia over here.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
What is this? Plasma cell overheating. Oh, yeah.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
You are target.
Okay, that's that guy done.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, it seems I will need to switch to the sniper rifle. 60%, 92%.
I'm not accustomed to another foe painted black.
Woman, use sniper rifle.
Doubt quarters for the week.
Okay, what would be like the best course of action?
I will
Yeah.
bathe this battlefield
Yeah,
in
just-
righteous fury.
You have the bolter pistol. Might as well use it. I could do running and gunning, but... yeah, no, I shouldn't be running and gunning here.
I'll do it.
I mean, what would I even aim at? The Anverthug? Nah.
Make it quick.
It's magic, quick,
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Yeah, just come a bit closer. No, come a bit closer. Don't worry. You won't regret it, trust me. Good job. Thank you.
On it.
Hey, me, go over there.
Who if not me?
See, guys, this is what you do for your waifu.
I refuse.
I refuse. I mean, I could do this, but what's the point of me doing it like this? I mean, I can kill the guy by just yelling at him. Yeah, sure. There's nothing else I can do. Sandling attacked operative immediately inflicts one expert on each enemy in combat, then makes a free attack against the target. Can even use a ranged weapon in melee range. This attack always hits. Yeah, but I only have sniper rifles. Not sniper rifle, shotgun. Did he just... He just stunned me! He just threw a stun grenade at me! What the fuck, man? Fuck did I do to deserve that? Pujon can't get in range and all he has is... yeah,
Suits my purposes.
Yeah, endure. Regimental tactics and sworn enemy. I guess
Nothing
this
I
guy.
can't do.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do right now.
Hold on.
Oh, there's one more guy.
Out of my way.
Oh, mommy. Okay, Abelard.
It will
Bonk
be
this
done.
guy with the shield. Just bonk him. Just bonk.
Well struck.
Okay, then...
Victory is imminent. At your beck and
Taunt.
call.
During Scream. And then do this funny shield move. Huh? Round. Okay. I want to move the front line over here. Granada! Okay, where's the Leisure Suit Larry? I don't think that's his name, but I'm calling him Leisure Suit Larry. There isn't anything else I can do right now.
Let's get to it.
Haven't been using the analyzation or the analyze thing.
If only that were possible.
Okay, if I move it over here,
Emperor,
yep.
Give me strength.
I mean, I could put this on those enemies, but
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
like it doesn't do anything, or not enough. I mean, I could make her shoot that guy, but who would be most beneficial to have another turn here? Yeah, Argenta could.
Death in colors.
She can go over here. Wait, no, that isn't gonna work. If I do it like... There's really no good angle for this, is there? Even including the flamethrower? It would kill those two, but... and that guy is over there. Then if I move over here... That'll do.
Strike is a prayer.
And he survives it.
As the Emperor commands, I act. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Whoosh.
I'll do it.
Oh, I can still shoot again.
I refuse.
Well, it's not like I can use it, but... Just shoot, just have fun. Okay, we can't destroy that.
I will not.
Well, that was wasted. That was very much wasted.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I should have done that next turn, or like before this. 58%. I mean, I could move her over here,
Rejoice in battle.
then dash over here.
Faith without none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Go, then I just have to kill Leisure Suit Larry.
Don't let your guard down.
Analyze.
I'll see to it personally.
Blind the guy. Yeah, sure, you'll see I'll let the guy. Zero, one weapon skill. Oh, forgot about this heavy thug Anver. What's he gonna do? Oh, high momentum again. But Pujan isn't gonna reach this the Larry dude.
Opposing me was the biggest mistake.
The guaranteed Pujan crit.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Whee!
Indeed.
Bonk.
Grey hair, sure hair. It will be done. Target well struck. Grey hair, sure hair.
Oh, okay. No need for another turn. That full Xenos. Hey, this was meant to stop. Oh, he cut his head smooth off.
None shall stand in my way.
Cut his head smooth off. Plus 10 bonus to awareness. Okay, and what does awareness do? So one of the weapon skills has any equipped melee weapons. No, we're keeping that. Where's awareness? Awareness. Where's the highest awareness? Oh damn. Yeah, here we go. 80 awareness. That woman sees everything. Syringe skin. Plus 5% dodge if the wearer's agility is more than 40. She has 35. Yeah, I'm not giving this to you. You have 65. Plus 10% parry chance against melee attacks. Wait, this is better. Wait, no, she loses 5 agility for it. No, I want that agility. Yeah, she doesn't have the 40 agility and he doesn't have 40 agility. He has 40 agility, but he's gonna keep that armor. Yeah, didn't he have some sniper rifle? Oh, just a regular sniper rifle, okay. Okay. More generally mediocre weapons that I can sell. I gotta admit, I don't mind the commercial system in this game. But I think I do very much prefer traditional stuff, like I'm giving you this much money, you get this much money. Has one more offer deflection. And is otherwise the same. Yeah, alright. Ooh, you look ugly, man. Ooh. Ooh, that don't look good on you, homeboy. Excuse me, dear crowd. What is this? Sector 2, watch your back, make sure you're not being followed. A note found on one of the canvases body mentions Sector 2. Okay, we have a ton. You're a deep friend. You've made some powerful people very angry. Stop! No, wait! Vladimir told us to make sure you're not seen around here again. And we will. Okay, you guys didn't have to murder him. Okay, Jesus, I just wanted him to stop the trade of... I wanted... that... I suppose that's one way of solving a problem. Jesus. So, foot bath. Ford bath. How has your preparation for that tournament you mentioned recently been going? Foot bath. You know, if you ever need a new one, just name yourself foot bath. Something's been wrong with that beer today. Tasted a bit weird. No, not my Bryant pop cap. Ginger gestures for your attention. Rogue Trader, I would like to remind you about Reverend Hieronymus' request. He asked us to search for a potential cultist in Footfall's Shadow Quarters. Yeah, he wanted us to check there. You seem weighed down by something. What? No! Agenta shakes her head and rubs her temples tiredly. Apologies, Rogue Trader. Being here on Footfall is difficult for me. It's a minor personal weakness, but I'm as ready to fight as ever. It will have no effect on my combat skills. If something's troubling you, just tell me. Perhaps I can help. I suppose I could share it with you, but the tale will be long, and I have to start from the beginning. I wasn't born in the Expanse. I was sent here to be a guardian of a reliquary on footfall. But my ship became caught in a warp anomaly, and although it lasted only days for those on board, decades had flown by in real space. When at last I arrived on footfall, it felt like I had been erased from time. No one was waiting for me on the side of the moor. The people who were supposed to greet me, who knew about my imminent arrival, had died. The reliquary that should have been mine to safeguard had instead been taken under the protection of Reverend Hieronymus and his brethren. They were more than up to the task. They had no need for my help. Footfall became my cage. I didn't know who I was or what purpose I had here. The way back to Calixis seemed like another trap. Even if I were to find a ship headed there, my sector, my order, they too would have lived decades without me by that point. Whenever I'm reminded of those months spent on footfall, it feels like I'm falling into a pit. I hope the rumors of cultists turn out to be true. I can't wait to prove with my bolt that the world and the Imperium need me. Oh, and why did you stay on footfall come to an end? Something must have changed. Yes, a sign, almost a portent, showed me the right path, but it's not something I can speak of like this, on the street, in this den of malice. Let us be on our way. All I say is that on footfall I met Lady Theodora and joined her, and that was the end of my languishing in this place. You know footfall better than me. Do you think the rumors of heretics are true? There was a time where I'd have said it was likely a fabrication. One can say many things about Casbelic Commission and the other shady operators on footfall, but even those thugs are loyal to the Emperor, and so they mercilessly exterminate outright heretics in their territory. But now, heretics have launched an open attack again on a rogue trader's ship. A member of your dynasty, Conrad Victor, has turned out to be one of them, and footfall itself is sinking deeper and deeper into madness. In these times of strife, I'm willing to believe in heretics who openly perform their dark rituals and brazenly mark their dens with sacrilegious symbols. We must keep... remind me, what was it he wanted? He told us to look for sun symbols inscribed in blue and gold. Hieronymus' congregation suspects certain suspicious individuals of heresy, and rumor has it that this is how they mark their hideout. Well, we must keep moving.
A new challenge for me?
Oh, okay. Rising sun symbol. It seems oddly repulsive, even sinister. I wish they tried to break out again. Oh, wait. Oh, no, nothing there.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Rising sun symbol. It seems oddly repulsive, even sinister. So there's another one here. Pointing at this and this way.
I'll lay claim to
The stars. Okay, is there any more star symbols over here, perhaps? Nope. But let's talk with this woman that left. I lay claim to the stars. I have this water here that has a hint of melon to it. Like it's water, but with a melon flavor, with a hint of melones. And I like melones. Hey, Jay.
Rough day?
You have no idea.
I just might. That's the second bottle you've downed.
Jai Hidari. Falco sends his regards.
And what does that unholy scion of a Grox and a Brahan want from me this time? Oh, wait, I don't really care. My sole plans for tonight are drowning my grief in a sea of Amasak.
Who'll give you grief, all right? Get out!
What the fuck?
Don't think so, Ashmag. And tell Falco to come himself next time.
Can I loot the bodies?
Dari, I am tired of your mess. Ow! Get some sleep. We'll talk about settling up later.
Okti Shireen, light of my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and let me grieve in peace. Have we met somewhere before?
The woman looks at you with the glassy eyes of a drunk, and you notice the 2 empty bottles that had been keeping her company before you arrived. She looks completely out of place in this dingy, smoky bar. The fancy attire, the abundance of jewelry, the implants plated with precious metals. Her appearance not only screams wealth, but also audacity, for only an audacious person would flaunt their wealth in a place like this. Oh yeah, that's a bit of gold, yeah.
Greetings, Shireen. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
She smiles somewhat groggily as she examines you over the glass that is raised to her lips. Call me Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Well then, here's to our meeting. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that you're someone special, since you've been granted an audience with the Liege of Footfall himself. It's always a pleasure to make the acquaintance of someone powerful. And the timing couldn't be better.
She takes a sip and pauses, then resolutely sets her glass aside and turns to you.
Jai Haidari at your service. Professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may he steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer on Footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it would be no trouble for a person with your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament.
What kind of cargo was stolen from you?
Goods of incredible rarity, Shireen. But it's not just that. 24 of my people lost their lives in the impenetrable emptiness of the void to acquire them. I cannot leave their families with nothing.
Ordinary smugglers do not dress so strenuously or behave so brazenly, and they are unlikely to spoil the mood of the Liege of Footfall with their mere appearance. This woman lost many people to obtain these rarest of goods, and to get them back, she turned to Vladimir Tokara, the patron of all cold trade in the Expanse. Her cargo can be nothing other than Xeno artifacts, creations of the enemy of humanity, branded with heresy. Are you asking an upstanding citizen to be part of the traffic as Xeno artifact? I should have executed. I wish to ask you a few questions before I decide.
Ask as many as you wish, Shireen. Trust is the key to a successful endeavor.
What do you need help with?
You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule on Footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest. And in recent years, I've hit it so big, I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there. Well, now they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rats stolen my cargo and dragged it off to the seediest part of the Shadow Quarters. A crummy place even for connoisseurs of Footfall's unique atmosphere. When I asked the Liege for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladimir, in a most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm in desperate need of a new one. And you, Shireen, fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' heads that taking Haidari's property carries certain risks.
Jay appears to be a serious operator in Footfall. The Legion's refusal to help means the loss of a potential ally, so Jay is encroaching on his turf. If Vladimir is not responsible for the disappearance of Jay's cargo, he must certainly benefit greatly for it. If the Legion is neglecting his duties, so shall become your pain. I suspect that Vladimir wants to keep the cargo out of your hands, and I want to put him in his place. I suspect that he wants to keep it out of your hands, and I want to put him in his place.
May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Then here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route, so I won't be spotted. Right. Here, that's where those ashmags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out the bar, over the bridge, and to the left. There, in the depths, you'll find a small courtyard, through which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Sherin.
Shane. Oh, we can level up. Aye, lads. We'll expect half an hour of me deciding what to level up. Choose ability. Execution immediately inflicts bleeding on an ally of their choice. That ally gains 5 Medicaid with them bonus dodge. Okay. That would work well with the other woman, the crazy one. Under the start of the next turn, the executioner gains bonuses to the parameters for each creature in combat suffering from the following damage over time effects: bleeding, more armor, burning, more dodge, toxin, deflection. Okay. The executioner's ranged attack with psychic ability inflicts damage over time. Okay, but that's range, and we don't have that. All enemies suffering from damage over time effects in a 4-star radius around the executioner immediately suffer an extra instance of damage from these effects. They must also pass a resistance test with a Medicaid divided by 5 penalty, suffer an additional negative effect. Okay. The executioner replaces 30% of maximum wounds of their wounds with the same number of temporary wounds until the end of combat. While the executioner's temporary wounds of the melee attacks and damage over time. The additional. Huh? Although the executioner's next melee attack forces all enemies hit to run away from the executioner in a straight line for up to 3 cells. During this movement, the target does not provoke attack. Yeah, no, this one? Hello? More damage for Pujan? Okay, then. Enemies in a 4-star radius around the Cyber Raven suffer 9 to 23 warp damage and 1 stack of Perplexed until the end of combat. Oh, okay. The Overseer immediately dashes to the familiar with... Okay, can move through allies names but not through obstacles. Psychic powers relate through the Cyber Radiance related once again. So it works twice, okay. Allies in a 4-star radius around the Cyber Raven gain 12 temporary wounds and 9 armor for 1 round. Dominate. I mean, listen. The target was passable for a resistance test with a -10 penalty. Around the next turn, they will spend all their movement points to move as close as possible towards the Psyker. I mean, I have to. It's Lysandra, okay. Killzone Strategy. Against the strategist uses one of the combat tactics areas. 1 round, all enemies in that area forced to reroll successful dodge and parry tests against all attacks. Any enemies that suffer damage and are left with less than 14 wounds immediately die. Okay. The Grand Strategist uses one of the combat tactics series. For 1 round, all attacks by allies in the area inflict the overwhelmed effect on any enemy that fails a willpower resistance test. Overwhelm. The creature suffers, but okay, lots of debuffs. Additionally, melee creatures have their movement points reduced by 3, and ranged creatures try to get behind cover. Okay. Stronghold. The Grand Strategist uses one of the combat tactics for 1 round that is in that area against 6% armor, cannot be overpenetrated to gain immunity to the prone effect again, +1 deflection against area attacks. Red Stratagem chooses one of the combat attack for 1 round, allies gain the ability to move to that area. The Grand Strategist chooses one of the combat tactic areas for 1 round, the target area bonuses are doubled. All other tactic areas on discharge cannot be used this turn but can be designated again next round. All allies in that area gain +12% cover efficiency and reroll all failed characteristic tests. Oh. 6% armor gonna be... I think I'm actually gonna do the trench line one. Yeah, trench line. Okay, Argent, what do you have? Devastating. That Archmitten's next attack, if it hits, of course all the targets make a toughness resistance and less than penalty. If failed, the target will suffer a negative effect. Based on the attack's damage type, impact damage knocks the target prone, piercing and rending damage inflicts bleeding and slowed on the target. Okay, what is rending? A type of physical damage dealt by anything with a sharp edge like bladed weapons. Energy and all. Hold on. Next attack. Energy and all other damage inflicts blind on the target until the end of combat. Power Sword and Power Axes count as both energy and rending, but Power Hammers count as both energy and impact. Attacks that combine several types of damage will benefit from each additional effect. Well, she uses ranged weapons, so it would blind them. The Archmage immediately gains 9 movement points. If the Archmage has stacks of versatility, they gain 3 more stacks of versatility, which lasts until the end of their turn. Okay, why is it called Reckless if it's only upsides? The Archmage next attack this turn will cost 0 AP and will not count toward the attack limit per turn. The cost of this ability is reduced by 1 AP for every 4 stacks of versatility. The Archmage gains the Cautious Approach effect until the end of combat, or until this ability is used again, or until using Confident Approach. Cautious Approach. Cautious Approach. Okay, it doesn't specify. Cool. Instead of the usual bonuses from versatility, the Archmage gets plus 5% dodge and parry for each attack. The Archmage already has 4 more stacks of versatility. The Archmage removes on slow, blind, bleeding, burning tongue. Okay. Becomes immune to those effects as well as stunned and prone for as long as Archmage keeps the core. Okay. For confident one, but gives dodge reduction and parry reduction, plus 3% enemy cover for each stack. All Archmages and attacks score critical hits, but Archmages critical damage on those attacks is reduced by half. If the Archmage already has 4 or more stacks of versatility, always deal maximum damage as long as the Archmage gives the confident approach effect. Kick. Makes a melee attack with a kick, dealing 6 damage instead of weapon damage. This attack does not count towards the attack limit per turn, and counts as a single melee attack for the personal versatility. This attack cannot be parried and will push the target 2 cells away. Already have... I do Wildfire, so it's more flamethrower. Though I will, I think, do Kick next. Linchpin. Strong point. Inspire. The target gains 5% damage and 50% additional damage for every 10 stacks of tactical advantage the Master Tactician has, but the Master Tactician loses half of the tactical advantage stacks. This effect stacks and lasts until the end of combat. If the target uses a heroic act before the beginning of the Master Tactician next turn, they gain 25 momentum. The Master Tactician mocks an enemy. If that enemy is killed by one of the Master Tactician's allies before the beginning of the Master Tactician's next turn, that ally gains lots of momentum, plus 5 to all characteristics till the end of the combat. And it doesn't stack. Suffers direct damage, equal 20% of the maximum wounds, gains resolve, stacks okay. And resets the cooldown of Linchpin, Inspire, and Strong Point. Until the end of the turn, these abilities can only target the Master Tactician themselves. Gonna be using enemies with the Unfinished Business effect. This effect is applied to enemies which were attacked by the Master Tacticians as allies, but not by the Master Tactician of less than 50% of maximum moves remaining. The Master Tactician immediately attacks the target with a single shot or strike. This attack does not count towards it. Okay. The Navigator deals damage to an enemy. The enemy will plus some willpower resistance to become immobilized. The target, the friendly, gains 30% hit chance on the next attack, dodge on the next dodge test, and the chance success on the next resistance. These bonuses disappear independently from each other. Deal 15 to 34 damage. Navigate the distance is square. The enemy close to that square immediately moves up 4 cells towards it if multiple enemies on the same distance. Okay. The target gains +20 to the willpower and toughness until the end of combat. Fair enough. Enemy becomes cursed until the end of combat. All incoming warp damage increased by 22% and all the types of incoming damage increased by 11%. At the start of their turn, the enemy closest to them also becomes cursed. Okay. Oh, because I have Walking Nightmare, okay. Zone of Fear. All creatures in their effect must pass a willpower resistance or immediately move out of the zone even if they're stunned and immobilized. Okay. So Linchpin. The target ally or the master edition gets +1 resolve for every 5 stacks of tactical advantage. Okay. Until the beginning of the master edition next turn, the master edition gains stacks of tactical advantage. The target gains +2 temporary wounds and +1 temporary wound for every 2 stacks of technical advantage, but automatically okay until the end of the technician's next turn. Whenever it loses temporary wounds from damage, the target gains momentum. Okay, I suppose, but not really. This one. I mean, willpower and toughness. I mean, Pujan with more. Chance, dodge, and resistance. An enemy just taking more damage. I'll do Inspire first. And then later on I'll get those other two. Until the start of next turn, the Vanguard gains damage deflection against ranged attacks equal to number of stacks of unyielding bacon. The Vanguard becomes immune to push and force movement effects. The Vanguard gains 10 plus number of unyielding beacon stacks % parry until the next turn. Whenever the Vanguard parries an enemy attack, they immediately make an attack of opportunity with -20 penalty. Okay. The Vanguard and all the arrows in a 3-cell radius around them gain temporary wounds. All affected targets suffer -50% less damage from the next attack. Until the start of the next turn, the Vanguard and all their allies gain 60% damage when all pen against enemies in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard. If the Vanguard moves, their area moves accordingly. Okay. Additionally, all allies in the 2-cell radius around the Vanguard at the moment when this ability is used gain their following ability, which costs 0 AP until the sun. Okay. The character can move to any cell within their line of sight in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard without provoking ends. Okay. The Vanguard chooses an ally or enemies in the 3-cell radius around this ally must make willpower resistance tests. Becomes priority target. Okay. Provocation. The Vanguard forces an enemy in their melee range to immediately attack the Vanguard. All of the Vanguard's allies who are wielding melee weapons and adjacent to the enemy make an attack of opportunity against the enemy. The enemy suffers +3 more damage from these attacks. Okay. Let's do defensive stance. Ooh. Is it +10 bonus to all characteristics? However, is there more stuff for shields? Overclocking, power armor, proficiency, shield mastery. The shield only occupies the slot in a single weapon set. Don't think I need that upgraded. +2 movement points. Okay, this is once per half of the character's level. So it would be like 7 more HP. Ready to serve. The first archetype ability used in each combat by this character lasts 1 AP less. He is the only Vanguard. Archetype ability. What are the alternatives? Life with the braced effect when he was While less affected by the base, they gain an extra turn with 0.3 MP. Doing my part. Alright, where were we?
None shall stand in my way.
Chain axe. It doesn't count as an axe, it counts as chain. No, it does count as an axe. Chain weapons deal plus 25% critical damage. I mean, it's technically better, but it's not what I want. I want a two-handed axe. Like a two-handed chain axe would be cool. Right, so the plan for now is that we do Jace's quest, and then after that we just straight up Swedish for tonight. Ugh. Come on, game.
I won't tolerate weakness.
So it told me over the bridge
We need
to the left. Oh yeah, another one of those. Rising sun symbol seems oddly repulsive.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Rising sun symbol. That's the murdering heretics going. Oh, we had like one ambush, and it was right now I did my usual, needing half an hour to decide what to level up. But it's going well. It's going well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? How's it going for you? Oh yeah, press any key. No, my marble. I'm losing my marbles. Or well, in my case, it's one marble. I just like I was toiling away in the garden and I found the marble. I didn't even know we had marbles. To contain is sealed shut on all sides. You notice the remnants of metallic tags that have been cut.
A new challenge for me.
We're playing Left 4 Dead 2 with a friend. Ooh. I'm taking it modded. Shireen, I'm here. What a joy it is to see you. Follow me, please. I can't when you're running ahead this far. And besides, I'll first check out the goods.
Is aiding a smuggler an endeavor worthy of a rogue trader?
Yes. The container is filled with something heavy. It is difficult to discern what it is exactly.
Follow my lead.
The container is airtight. You get the feeling that this was originally a standard box for transporting non-fragile cargo that has been then been sealed manually. The container is airtight. You get the feel. Okay, we just read this one.
Take a knee
Oi.
and bow before me.
crush them.
Okay. What's like the best course of action that I have here? So given I see lots of guys over here, but I also see lots of guys here, so I'm gonna do something extremely risky and put Abelard right on the front lines. And I'll put let's first the servitor here, so if I put Pujan here, he might instantly. This could just now send me a notification on my phone. Really? What the fuck? Pisscourt being as bad as usual. Jesus Christ. Okay, Pascal. I don't know, because of the servitor I'm a bit concerned. I mean, I can put Pascal over here and... And then where do I put Liz? Probably a better idea I put her over here. Actually, probably a better idea I put her over here and then have the crow go over here. And then Argenta... I don't know, Argenta will probably take some damage from the servitor here, but I can live with that. Yeah, alright. Why is there no music? Okay, the front line is for sure over here. The rear... Putting the rear over here. The back line. Sure, the back line is over there.
Running binary override.
Trench line stratagem. Then this guy is next. Oh yeah, because it's a machine, it actually deals damage.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, cops. Okay,
Me. If you insist, Captain.
Argenta. Okay, we don't really have that many stacks just yet, so there's no point. Is it because of the range limit? 12 cell radius, and if I move you over here...
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Come! Okay... Who did I declare? Also, please use this again. Did I declare you as voice of command? I did.
If I may.
Because guess what, lads? Guess what,
I'll
lads?
do it. This is unacceptable.
Okay, that's just cover, okay. In that case... all there is to do is to just... Oh shit, I gassed everything.
Here we go.
Oh fuck, there's gas everywhere. Bonk.
Disciplined for such a performance.
I know what I'm doing.
Great. Get the ashmags, aim for the fuel barrels, they go up just beautifully. And then stand well back. Okay, poor John, replaces 13 of their wounds. We exact same number of temporary wounds until the end of combat. And I deal 13% more damage in turn. Pujan as per usual, just not giving a flying fuck.
Suits my purposes.
Oh, now it's Pujan's turn. So this wasn't even Pujan's turn yet, it was just a bonus turn I got gifted. Bandit hitman. Yeah, the problem is they're all in this sludge. That definitely I wasn't responsible for.
All too easy.
Nothing of value has been lost.
How did we cut off his head?
Suits my purposes.
Pujan is in a very awkward position. Armored bandit, yeah. Pujan, I might have just killed you. Accident is suffering any damage over time effects. Huh? Oh yeah, stun from the stun grenade.
Let's get to it.
Enjoy your luck while you still draw breath.
So she just attacked the barrel of explosives and...
The body.
Just a minor setback.
Out of my way.
What?
Let's make it quick.
Kor. Who the fuck is Kor?
Scared yet?
Oh, you're gonna regret attacking Pujan like that.
Let's get to it.
Oh, you're really gonna regret attacking Pujan like that. Oi, oi, oi.
Time to prove my mettle.
Here we go.
And Abelard is... Argent. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it was quite reckless. Stunned. Oh, Lysandra is stunned. Lovely. So first off, we move the front line over there. Hmm. 75% extra damage. What do I best do here? I mean, Abelard fairly urgently needs the help. So move him over here, you help Abelard.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, there isn't anybody that's really necessary to... Oi. This guy...
On here, maggot.
Maggot! You know, it's cool that you killed that combat servitor, but...
Do not dare ask.
If I move you over here, can you...
I'm afraid not.
No line of sight to the target. Where would you have line of sight to Pujan?
I am
Here.
a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay,
I'm
Pujan.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Fuck him up.
Problem for me. Before I fight, filth. Nothing I can't do.
Yep. It's Pujan.
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
You know what, Pujan, it doesn't look like you had enough fun just yet.
Let's see how they respond to this. Opposing me was your biggest mistake. Already done.
No, I shouldn't hit that explosive barrel.
Suits my purposes.
It's a really bad idea to hit that explosive barrel.
Not a problem for me.
It's a really bad idea to just
There's
walk in
nowhere
like
to
that.
hide.
I survived.
Nothing I can't do.
Oh, you really want to die, huh? You really just thought it's a
That's
good
just
idea.
foolishness. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I should have done that first, might have actually killed.
Hold on.
Yeah?
Out of my way.
Too far away? Shit. Oh shit, yeah, it's still her turn. I forgot. I completely forgot it's actually her turn. I mean, can I shoot anyone?
Duty demands.
Oh, it worked. 37% chance. Okay, what the fuck do I do now? I can't shoot, I can only move. Thanks for the extra turn, but it's Pujan's turn again.
You didn't stand a chance.
Just casually walking over. What a mess. Thank the throne we didn't come here just with the three of us. Shut up and get moving, Quor. We need to open the passage into the tunnels and let our guys in. Jay, on your signal. Yeah, Pujan just casually walking up. If these ashmangs dare to touch something from the cargo. 2, 3, 5. Thank the Exalted One. Those ashbacks didn't have time to make off with anything yet. Jay carefully inspects the containers emblazoned with markings from some unknown freight operator, then smells and touches the combat in her ear. Give me 2 minutes, Shireen. I'll send the coordinates to my loyal crew who will deliver my property somewhere safe. And done. Jay removes her hand from her ear and turns to you. We're good. Now, how about we relocate to a more pleasant and private space to discuss the details of our deal, specifically payment for your efforts? Are we just going to leave your priceless cargo here unattended? Nothing to worry about. After all the ruckus we've caused here, I doubt anyone will go anywhere near the containers. I am, however, infinitely flattered by your concern for my, now our, property. Well, let's go then. Jay opens her mouth to reply when you hear the sound of many footsteps behind you. Stop right there in the name of the liege. The gaunt, pale-skinned man in grimy clerical robes glances at you and immediately falls to his knees obsequiously. Your Excellency, please forgive my hands, most noble Marish Pujanovsky. I never expected to encounter such eminent persons in this corner of Footfall. Most noble Excellency. Jay purses her lips slightly and shoots you a confused look. I am Vladimir Tokar's personal agent. The man hesitates, choosing his words carefully. I came here to remove from criminal circulation a shipment, the distribution of which is banned at the lands of Footfall. Horrendous Xeno heresy that has been fraudulently delivered to a bastion of the Holy Imperium. He looks at Jay. I do not doubt for a moment, most noble Marish Pujanovsky, that your presence here is merely a misunderstanding brought about by another's manipulations. It is too great of a coincidence that the Legion's representative should arrive in a shuttle-quarter just after Jay has recovered her rightful spoils. It seems that the guards reported the problems with the shipment over the Vox, and not just to anyone, but to the Legion's personal agent. Vladimir Tokara knew about the shipment from the start and planned to take it for himself, and get rid of Jay if he could. Behold, the grubby, underhanded struggle between cold traders, and had it not been for your impromptu deal struck in the bar, Vladimir might have succeeded. I have nothing to do with it. No. Hey, Jay Haydari, the owner of this cargo is presently under my protection, under Rogue Trader's protection. Tell your master that he should think twice about crossing fair from now on. This cargo belongs to the von Valencia's dynasty. Is Lord Tokoro trying to encourage upon the property of a Lord Trader? A rogue trader. I mean, with this, I'm essentially saying, yeah, I have Xeno Heresy. With this, I'm throwing Jay into the sharks. No, she's under my protection right now. And don't forget to tell him that I'm not mad, but I will be collecting the debt sometime. Jay watches him hurry away, then looks at you. I wish I could see Vladimir face when he finds out he almost stepped on the toes of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse. Listen, Major Pujanovsky, I'm genuinely sorry about this confusion. Vladimir and I have had our difficulties, but I never thought he'd want to clean me out and do away with in some dark corner. At least not so soon. If you hadn't agreed to our deal, Shireen, my gang and I would already be floating in orbit around one of Footfall's asteroids. Tell me about your business on Footfall, the truth of it, and don't leave anything out. Alright then. This is my first year in the Expanse. It's not my first year in business either. I've sat at a negotiating table with all sorts, not just loot hunters or smugglers either, but with Xenos, ones intelligent enough to believe that mutual benefit was a better outcome of our meeting than mutual destruction. I know what the Ecclesiary has to say about that, but speaking from the bottom of my heart, I know where the line is between an ordinary deal and a betrayal of humanity, and I never cross it. A principled rogue can think on her feet is not afraid of you humans. I like you more and more, Jay. I see nothing worth making profit where it does no harm to oneself of the Imperium. Lines have a tendency to blur, usually belongs to the person working closest to them. Your words are full of heresy and you are simply repulsive. A principled rogue can think on her feet is not afraid of inhumans. I like you more and more. Yeah, I like you more and more, yeah. There are no chance encounters when you are loved by the exalted one. I like you more and more too, Shireen. Rogue Trader could use some of your talents and connections. I would like to see you in my retinue. I'll be merciful and give you a choice, heretic. You can atone for your deplorable crimes against the Imperium through your service to House of Valencia, so you can die where you stand. I'll take what we agreed to, but I never want to see you again. Jay Harry for yeah, I could use you. I could use you. Exalted One bless you and your entire dynasty. I wouldn't say no to marking an occasion properly. It's not every day you embark on a brilliant new business partnership. Abelard gives you a look of reproach. You sullied Devon Valencia's name by inviting people like her into your retinue, Lord Captain. The decision is yours, but do not be surprised if unsavory rumors start to spread on Footfall. Argenta regards Jay. It is a strange circle you are forming around yourself, rogue trader. Sister Argenta, Jay gives an almost lecherous once-over. I've heard all about your deeds on Footfall, but I would never have guessed there was an angelic beauty behind all the idle gossip. And one will add it, Shireen, when were you going to reveal your true identity to me? Jay cocks her head to the one side curiously. I am infinitely flattered by your attention, but if I had known I was talking to a rogue trader, not an envoy of one, I would have shown some decorum. I want to talk like normal people do. You were hardly forgiving yourself. I wish you could forget the core mentality to others' presence. When I do something, it's only amazing. I want to talk like normal people, you know? That is so human, your lordship. I guess people at the top have a lot more in common with regular folk than some might think. Either way, I'm entirely willing to join your retinue. From now on, my knowledge and expertise are entirely at your disposal. Oh, and one more thing. If you're interested in a rather lucrative offer, one that can give Devon Valencia's protectorate a leg up, I'd say now isn't the time to be thinking about such things, but once you get back to your ship, perhaps you could spare me a minute, Shireen? Party limit reach. You know, I'm happy with who I have right now. I would love to check what type she is, but I suppose we can do that. Yeah, whenever we get back to the ship.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium. Ah, field medicine at its finest.
Medicine. Medicine at its finest. Yes, I have a slight injury. I need medicine. Increase Everest movement points by 3. That's not very little. Yeah, maybe. I mean, he already has so many movement points. Too many for a single attack. I mean, she doesn't really kill more than 2. Pujan absolutely does, but does damage to an enemy 25%. And this does not spend all of the wearer's movement points. Smile. What were you smiling at? Sure, have Pascal. Actually, don't give it to Pascal. Give it to Argenta. So did I just add a heretic to my party? I didn't, and it's tasty. Oh, what'd you have? What did you have for didnt? Once per turn, whenever the wearer scores a critical hit with a pistol, the next attack with a pistol costs 0 AP. Yeah, technically her. Yeah, this instead. If any ranged weapon at the 1 cell range inflicts bleeding, I don't really do that often. Burger for local place in Cajun fries. Cajun fries? What are Cajun fries? I've heard of Cajun fries before, but I can't say I've ever tried them.
We should deal with this.
Ooh, those looked like some very, very nasty. Salty spice mix with chili powder, cumin, etc. Ooh. I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds tasty. Cajun fries. Hold on, Cajun fries. What are Cajun fries? Cajun fries are fries with Cajun spice. Suck my dick. Suck my fucking dick. Damn, who would have thought that a Cajun mix uses Cajun spice? Like, damn. Never fucking heard of that before. Like, did you know that Cajun spice uses Cajun spice? Like, damn, bro, leave some for the rest of us. Let me check out what this, what Jay is up to. Google is too wise, man. AI was a fucking mistake. Because of AI, you can go to Google and it's just gonna give you useless slop. Like, useless splurge that... This... Especially when like, it gives you like an AI like summary, and then you read the summary, it's just like, what the hell are you talking about? Heinrichs. A familiar figure turns to you. Heinrichs von Kellex, interrogator of the Order Xenos, bows his head respectfully. Lord Captain. Honored interrogator, what a surprise. Did you, perchance, leave something in your cabin? Not at all, First Officer Versarian. I'm not in the habit of leaving a trail. But I thank you for your concern. Greetings, Surrogate. What do I owe the pleasure of this latest visit? Only to our mutual duty to humanity. It is that duty that demands that I disturb your peace once more. I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that transpired and Rick Minores. I also received some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of enemies of humanity, including the Xenos that we're assuming were involved in the theft of the star. According to the findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds. This time's yours, Lord Captain. Henrik clears his throat and begins in a pointedly official tone. By the order of the Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calazar, whose duty is to stand sentinel over the coroner's expanse, the rogue trader of the House of Valencias is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in deeds great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against his enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency Salazar. Murdered my career path. I don't think I can keep doing this. Honestly, same. There is a reason that I'm kind of not really looking for a job in IT anymore. Like, there is no entry positions. None. Like, I keep looking every few days. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. I feel like I have better chances to just continue being like a worker for my parents, being like a driver or whatever, than jobs in IT are now impossible. Entry jobs, exactly. They just don't exist. They literally don't exist. I think in Germany right now, I think like roughly half, like 51% or something, of graduates, like university graduates, claim their degree is useless. And I'm one of them. Because you just don't find anything. People either don't respond to you, or you just always get a rejection email of like, oh, we found somebody else, oh, somebody else. Like, you don't find anything. Nothing. Also didn't go anywhere. My condolences. Yeah, the world is a fuck. The world is a fuck. AI was a mistake. Well, I should specifically say generative AI. There is some good AI. Like, I keep bringing this up, but I think there was like an AI that figured out a brain tumor before surgeons were like, well, people responsible for it. Were able to spot it. So specifically, really, this like generative AI. Fuck generative AI. There was an AI panel today where the question was, if tokens get expensive as hiring a junior, would you pay for the AI? And everyone would answer on the subject, but long and short of it was no. Yeah, you would rather have a junior, because the junior, you can talk with them. You can tell them, hey, like you can teach them anything. An AI, it's expensive to teach the AI. Either him or the super slightly in this fuck, man, or you're fucked. It's just like, I wanted to get into IT because I really like coding. I feel like the closest thing I can do right now in terms of career path is either streaming, which it has been picking up steam recently, and I do genuinely appreciate everybody tuning in into these streams. Like, I owe you guys so much for all of this. Like, you guys wouldn't believe how thankful I am that you guys are watching me. And just, well, I personally don't understand what's so entertaining about me, but it seems to be entertaining enough for you guys, and that's what matters to me. So either streaming / content creation, which, well, the chances of that happening, or, well, of me quote unquote making it big, are very slim, because, well, the market is fairly oversaturated. Unless you look at my YouTube channel. I really like my the thumbnails for my VODs. I know I keep mentioning my YouTube channel, but like, I really love the thumbnails I've been putting out. Or I continue in the path of my parents with our trucking company, which I mean, yes, but I'm not the biggest fan of it, because I don't like driving in big cities. I don't like I just don't like interacting with people. Ironically, I'm here, but here it's kind of more like friendly interaction instead of, hey, you should deliver me a thing. Or I kind of do my own company type of deal, where I was thinking of selling small Arduino gadgets. But that's like the closest I have. And those three things, I mean, they're still somewhat safe. But there's already self-driving trucks. Last time I did research on that was when I did my bachelor's thesis, which still feels very useless, but that was a year ago. Sorry, no, 1.5 years ago. And IT is not looking very good. I do enjoy IT. I like coding, but it's fucked. It's fucked, man. But yeah, I've also kind of stopped, like, I kind of want to look elsewhere, like with IT or like a job, because it just ain't looking good. Like you summed it well. AI has ironically murdered the career path. It sadly has. Like, what is there to do? Well, you join their side, but is it worth the money? Not the money. Is the money worth giving up your morals? I mean, that's a topic for another day, or rather a day where I've had way more alcohol. I can't really say no, can I? Henrik studies you for a moment, and ever so slightly, as if not wanting anyone else to see, shakes his head. What exactly caused this need to rejoin my crew? The cause of the activity of humanity's enemies, including the cult of the Final Dawn. In my absence, the situation in the corridor's expanse has changed. I have received an exhaustive report from my agents. This heresy has taken root in the region where the Van Valancius worlds lie. You probably already know about the fate of the industrial world of Warhammer. If not, then I will share what details I know, but not here, but at the dock on board, where it will not be overheard. Technically specific items such as are popping up, implements as well. Well, not wrong. AI trainer. I, Rogue Trader, Mariusz Brzezinowski from Valencias, welcome the agent on the golden throne aboard my ship and taking responsibility. A sanctioned second with Inquisitor reside in my retinue. For free, no less. Other Rogue Traders with positive green with him. Not one of the methods used by Inquisition, but I exactly such an abuse of power by the Inquisition, but Rogue Trader, some peasant. I welcome you. Henriks gives you a reserved nod, an answer befitting a righteous servant of the Emperor. If duty has brought you aboard the Brogtatorship once more, then such is the Emperor's as well. Welcome back, Interrogator. Thank you, sister. It is an honor to be traveling with one of the blessed Sororitas. Master von Calyx. Cassius's voice is brimming with a genuine joy, which she immediately hides behind a facade of highborn primness. Since you are with us once more, I do hope you will find time to finish our conversation about the literary works of Kronholler the Blessed. I will make every effort, Lady Orselio. I must also deliver this to you. Heinrich pulls out a sealed letter. The Lord Inquisitor specified that the contents of this envelope are for your eyes only. I would ask you to read it as soon as you have the time. Okay. May the Emperor's faithful forever remain in the light of his favor. Let me first express my condolences on the tragic death of the most honorable Theodora von Valancius. Nevertheless, I was elated to learn that the warrant of the Rogue Trader has been passed to a worthy and promising heir. Those words are not hollow compliments, but rather the Inquisition's official opinion of your person. As fate would have it, you have taken the reins of the Von Valancius dynasty in an hour of most dire, when grim portents of dark events to come are servicing throughout the Cornus expanse. I have in duty bound to become the first sentinel who sees the approaching threat, and I hereby alert you that it is indeed coming. Our loyalty and reserve will be tested. People such as you and I will become the pillars that will unite the Emperor's frightened children and inspire them to fight back. And so I greet you as my dependable ally and assure you of my favor. From now on, you have a trusted friend within the whole holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, and a receptive confidant on whom you can rely. Should the dark times ahead require you to make questionable choices, I have no doubt that such an incident will be examined in an exceedingly temperate fashion that rules out most radical forms of judgment. I have faith in the success of our partnership, and thank you for your contribution, both past and future. Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar. That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship, or do you still have business on footfall? Whatever the cause, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue. Fuck off.
I'll lay claim to the star.
I mean, I just wanted to look at the J. And, well, given it's almost 2 AM, I think that's also where we'll be ending it for tonight. And, well, assuming that Vega is still streaming, we will be reading her. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just her. Lord Captain, the inspection of the ship's systems is complete. The tech priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm and satisfied. Everything is ready for onward travel, except there is an issue you must be made aware of. Cassia makes a quick, nervous gesture, adjusting the adornment over her third eye. I have been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. I wanted to double-check the route to Dargonis and discovered that it does not match the one recorded in the atlas. It is more than a minor warp fluctuation. The route has been wiped out. It can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, I started checking the paths from the atlas, one after the other, and saw the same thing everywhere. The warp is roiling with an ominous storm, bursting with vivid and screaming colors. It will not hinder our movement, but our previous knowledge is now utterly useless.
Someone said raid.
Yeah, in a bit. Argenta angrily chops the air with the side of her palm.
Warp storms are our enemies, just like heretics are demons. It is a shame they can't be dispersed with a flamer or a bolter.
Now we can be certain that the problems with astropathic communication in the Coroner's Expanse are no coincidence. There is a warp disturbance in your way, Lord Captain. It is swallowing messages and disrupting familiar routes. This means you need to locate the key worlds of the Von Valencia's protectorate as soon as possible. I'm talking about Janus, Dragonis, and Kiavagama. Charting the routes so they can be reached and restoring control will be the necessary next step. What would the consequences be of losing these worlds? A world deprived of connection to its neighboring systems and the Coroner's Expanses as infrastructure can only rely on itself, and their capabilities are often limited. For example, Janus does not have a fleet of its own. Pirates, cultists, heretic Xenos, anyone could prey on the helpless planet. The loss of communication is a threat to your possession. A rogue trader with no protectorate to back them is one that grows weaker by the day.
The Voxmaster is entirely correct. You are rogue trader Mariusz Pujanovsky von Valancius, the successor to Theodora von Valancius, one of the most influential women this side of them all. But you are also new to the business of governing. Many will doubt your competence and try to carve up your protectorate so they can snatch a piece for themselves. It is important to show your potential allies and foes that you are in control of the situation, which is why the sooner we reclaim these lost worlds, the better. A faint smile appears on Kebalas's lips. If the faithless decide that your worlds are easy prey, that is good. We will find enough enemies in your domain, then, and we will kill them. The Undying One will look upon us with approval. Tell me about Janos. The surface of Janos was altered extensively so the planet could be designated an agri-world. It is a powerful food base capable of supplying the burgeoning protectorate and exporting provisions to the outer worlds at the same time. Janus owes much of its prosperity to the governor house of Vayat. Under its leadership, the world has grown ever more prosperous year after year, securing shipments and taxes while keeping the workforce tightly controlled. What is Kiavagama? Industrial world Kiavagama is being managed by the governor house of Keprak and supplies the protectorate with rare mineral resources. Additionally, the planet features an Adeptus Mechanicus manufactorum that processes materials and prepares them for shipment. I testify that Kiavagama is a world marked by the Omniscience's patronage. By his grace, the manufactorums of the colony are inhabited by committed and industrious machine spirits. Henrik coughed silently. Mistress Tolleman neglected to mention the Kiavagama manufactorum also supplies heavy machinery, from forage harvesters to vessel systems and components. Abelard turns his eyes on Heinrichs. You display commendable knowledge of our world's manufacturing capability, von Kallax. Pleased to be of service. I hate you. I hate you. I already know what the thumbnail of this VOD is going to be. It's going to be the VOD where Heinrichs is on the thumbnail with the little Vivians like showing the middle fingers. This VOD is just going to be one huge middle finger. Just one huge Vivian middle finger next to his face. Just like one. Fuck off. What do I need to know about Dargonis? Dargonis is the heart and soul of your protectorate. It is where the main administrative resources and storage facilities are, and so it is the Von Valancius Palace. If you would like to know, this is where you will publicly accept the title of Rogue Trader. Dargonis is a major administrative hub that runs the cargo fleet and keeps tracks of finances. Abelard, what is your opinion? Which word should we deal with first? Abelard strokes his beard for a few seconds before giving a hesitant reply. Rediscovering the Agriworld will supply your protectorate with something none of his servants can do without. Sustenance. The importance of basic supplies should not be underestimated. Just look at Footfall in its current pitiful state. On the other hand, I'm concerned by the rumors concerning Kiavagama. There have been no problems with Yanis for many years, but something is very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us the entire planet. I trust I don't have to explain the capital world. Losing it would make us the laughingstock of other dynasties. Besides, the loss of chronicles and ledges would spell a bureaucratic catastrophe. So office systems are equally vital to the protectorate. It falls to you to decide which should be brought into the fold before the rest, Lord Captain. Very well, our course is clear. Do my office have any other issues that require immediate attention? That is all, Lord Captain. The vessel and the crew await your instructions and are ready to depart Footfall immediately, should you desire. Well, no, I don't want to leave Footfall yet. Okay. Wait, she's an iconoclast. Why is everybody treating her like an heretic? Oh no. No, she's also a commander. Oh no, she's an officer, just like her. Bring it down, move. Take aim. We'll ignore cover and we'll have double the effective distance. I mean, we have main damage dealer here, we have warp damage or CC dealer, we have... I mean, he is a grand strategist, but also an operative, and I would like to keep it that way. No, I thought I was gonna make a full-on female army, but no. I actually very much prefer this lineup that I have right now. Warrior Vanguard, I mean, you're an officer. Yeah, then this cunt. Yeah, no, it's gonna stay the way it is. Shuriken pistol, splinter pistol, Eldari chains. Oh, she doesn't mind using Xeno weapons. Okay, so that is her thing. She has like the Xeno weapons. Shuriken pistol, okay. Mimic fibers meant the coloration of the word introduced or next 10% dodge. Well, Jay, I do like you, but I prefer Pascal. You know, I very much prefer Pascal. This here is super good. This is good. This is good. I mean, this I can do without. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think I'll keep with Pascal instead of you. My finest hour upgrade 4. A dark weapon Drukari. Yeah, no, we're... Okay, I thought there was gonna be maybe me changing my mind, but no, we're... Interesting. Didn't think of... Why does she have to be an officer? I already have an officer. DLC and mods? I have all the DLC that are available so far. Lex Imperialis. Void Shadows. Oh, okay, this is where Cabela comes from. The Malignant Gene Stealer called. Okay, maybe I should do this. New crew members, high level officer integrated voyage operations. Okay. Okay, no, okay, we should definitely do the... God, there's so much to do. Jesus Christ. There's just so much. Oy, 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 oy,